done. Hi, welcome to my kitchen again. Today, we are not making frituras. We are finished with our series of fritura. Hopefully you watched them. If you didn't, go back and watch all of them. And you're gonna enjoy them, each and one of them. They were delicious. Today, we're making another Puerto Rican staple. We're making pan de Mallorca. Pan de Mallorca is that sweet bread that you find in the bakeries in Puerto Rico. Now, bakeries in Puerto Rico are so much more than just a bakery. Every town has at least one or two, and they're like the center place of the town where you go buy delicious pastries, quesitos, pastelillos de guayaba, polvorones, and they always have the pan de Mallorca. Pan de Mallorca is sweet. You can eat it just like it with coffee, so soft and buttery and delicious. Or you can make a sandwich. Sometimes they make a sandwich with ham and cheese and they press it down. Oh my God, it's so delicious. So let's get to it. These are the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. If you don't have it like this and you have the packet, just 1 packet of yeast. 1 cup of lukewarm water and 1 1/2 cups of milk. I have them mixing here already. You're going to need 8 egg yolks. I already have them in my mixer bowl. You're going to need 3/4 cups of sugar, 2 sticks of melted butter and cooled. You have to let it cool. And you're going to need 6 1/2 cups of bread flour. Not all-purpose flour, bread flour. And you're going to use powdered sugar to put on top after the bake. And you're going to need another stick of butter to brush over the top before you bake the rolls. You're going to need salt. You're also going to need 1 teaspoon of salt. That's your ingredients. Let's go bake. I'm adding the yeast to the warm water and milk. Remember, the milk and the water need to be warm so the yeast can bloom. Let it sit until you can see it bubbling. Here I'm adding the sugar to the egg yolks and the butter. I'm going to mix it until it's all combined. Now that you see that all your eggs and the butter and the sugar are all mixed together, I'm adding the milk, water, and yeast mixture to it. And mix it again until it's all combined once again. On a separate bowl, you're going to mix the bread flour and the salt. You're going to whisk it together to mix it all together. Here I'm switching the whisk attachment from my stand mixer to the dough hook. And then we're going to continue to incorporate the flour cup by cup until it's all mixed with the wet batter. After your dough comes together in your mixer, you're going to put it on a flat surface like you saw, and then after it's all come together, we're gonna put it in a bowl, cover it with a clean towel, and we're gonna let it sit for 2 hours. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can do it by hand. It just may take a little bit longer than in the mixer. And as you can see, you're gonna get full of flour. That's what baking is all about.
2 hours later.
2 hours later, in the meantime, I cooked dinner, I did laundry. You have time to do a lot of things for 2 hours. And here is the beauty. Look how beautiful. It's double in size. You can put it on top of your oven and the oven on so it will help proof faster if you want. Now we're gonna shake the rolls. A little flour. Using a bench scraper or knife, you're going to cut strips out of the dough, about 12 of them. They might not be all the same size, but you can borrow from the next one to make them all the same size. You're going to get about 12 of them. Once you got them all cut out, you're going to begin to form your rolls. Now you're going to take each strip and you're going to stretch it out, and you're going to begin to coil the rolls. And then the end of it, you're going to stick it underneath, as you can see here. And then you're going to place them on a baking sheet with parchment paper. Okay, now we're going, I already finished forming the rolls. We're gonna cover them with a towel, let them sit for 45 minutes until they proof the second time. And then we're gonna melt the stick of butter, let it cool a little bit, and we're going to brush it on the top before we put them in the oven. See you in a bit. The bread rested for 45 minutes. Now I'm gonna brush the melted butter on it. And then we're gonna put it in a 350 oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Depending on your oven, until it's nice and brown. Be careful, don't let it burn. This is an enriched dough and it can burn. They just came out of the oven. Actually, they cooled down a little bit. Now we're going to sprinkle some powdered sugar over it. They look absolutely delicious. I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. I think this is what heaven smells like. Fresh bread baked. Let's do it again. This is fresh baked bread. Here you have it all done. Pan de Mallorca. Let's open it. Ooh, look at this. Nice and fluffy and buttery and delicious. Can I eat it? I can't eat it. Let's try it. So good. Absolutely delicious. I hope you make it. Absolutely delicious. I hope you make it. They are so good, just like you came out of the panaderia in Puerto Rico. The next day you can make sandwiches with it, or right now you can just eat it with a cup of coffee. Absolutely delicious. Enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Adios. All done.